Nothing. Away we go.
Okay. So supermarket bills are likely going to get increased soon.
Yeah.
January 1st.
Oh, yes, the grocery tax.
Yes. Nobody, the everyday British public don't even know about it.
So unfortunate.
How do you think they'll feel when they realise what happened? What's happening? £50 increase. A weekly shop.
Well,
It'll shock them.
they're going to be outraged.
But they're not gonna fucking know because they're gonna be.
They won't know until it's too late.
Yes. And maybe they'll know. They won't know until it's too late, which is funny. Yes, they won't know until it's too late. What else is there?
So, news came out recently today that the number of members of Reform UK surpassed number of members of the Tory party.
You know what? You want to know what I heard?
What?
Supposedly half of the fucking Tories' membership is fake, and supposedly Tory insiders. There's supposedly a lot of the people that memberships that they currently got, right? They're no longer members, and they're still counting them as members.
Wow.
So supposedly they're fake. Supposedly half of the Tories' membership vote is fake because a lot of them are for either because supposedly they sent out ballots to ex-Tory members, right? Ex-people, right, that have long cancelled their memberships.
Well, that's just embarrassing.
Or either that they passed away of old age. And that's what Nigel Farage supposedly said that openly on Twitter. Do you think
What a
it'll come a
day.
time where we no longer have a king?
Maybe. But it'll
Do you
be a
think
couple more
did you hear his
decades.
speech?
No, I have not heard his speech.
Supposedly he didn't even he condemned the riots.
What riots?
You know, the riots over the Muslim killing the boy. And supposedly he was against them. He supported the Palestinian, the foreigners over the British citizens. I think Charles is going to fucking be the death nail of that monarchy. I think he will be I think he will be removed. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon, but I think there'll be enough backlash at some point. He'll piss them off, everybody enough that much that they want him gone. And I personally think we should get rid of the monarchy, and I personally think we should join America as a state, a republic, form a constitution, seek state membership. I think Britain did also suppose. Did you hear this? In the George Orwell's 1984, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You were part of a country called Oceania, right? Oceania. Yeah.
Okay.
That country included the UK and included America. I'm starting to think maybe they were hinting something there.
Yeah.
George Orwell. Are we to believe that George Orwell in 1984 wasn't a job from the inside? And someone inside basically trying to pre-place what was going to happen.
How could it not be?
This is the first Christmas in 49 years I didn't talk to my daughter because she went 100% MAGA. No longer take her calls. I'm done. He's family. You don't give up on family. It's so hilarious how. Don't you think it's so weird the fact that these people they give up on their children? They stop talking to the children simply because of their political leanings. This father, right, gave up on his daughter because of her political leanings. Merry Christmas. I had to stop my relationship with my dad for the same reason. So what else is there?
25 predictions. The video I've sent.
These replies. I'm going to send you a link to this. You're going to fucking piss yourself laughing at these replies, man.
What's the replies to?
You'll see. Check Discord.
Alright, I'll check. You sent something. It's the first Christmas in 49 years. Okay.
The replies are fucking insane.
I'm so sorry. MAGA ruined it for a lot of families.
It's
truly unfortunate to have this happen.
This guy, check Discord, right? These people, they're insane. They disconnected their family relationships just because of how they politically voted. Like, the response to this is fucking hilarious. And no one in this will say, like, it's your family. You don't give up on family.
This is the first Christmas in 49 years I didn't talk to my daughter because she went 100% MAGA, and I no longer take
Her calls.
MAGA is a satanic cult.
And the Democrat Party isn't. They're both. Both of them are cults.
Honestly, yeah, they are both cults. And frankly, I'm not gonna lie. This is a father.
I'm independent.
Wait,
I don't side with either party, but as the moment stands right now, I vote Reform. And if I had a choice in that election, I would have voted Trump. Because there's no way in fuck would I let that fucking seagull in power. Like, no offense, but internationally, she would fuck the country up.
Who Kamala?
Yeah, internationally, she would fuck the country up. I don't even think what she would do domestically, but internationally, I think Trump's the only one that can broker a peace deal right now.
Honestly, they're both in wolf sheep's clothing, bro. I don't really care for any of them.
Neither do I. But if I had to pick between one, I'd pick Trump. They're both sheep's in wolf's clothing.
Honestly,
What kind of person lets politics come between them and their family? Call your kids. Someday it won't be an option. Who knows how long we have on this planet? Why waste a second on petty disagreements about politics?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Especially if that's your daughter, your little girl, that's dumb. Just dumb. I mean,
Love to supersede the politics of public policy. Maybe you should have an open mind. Maybe sit and talk about policy, not the person. Liking a person, Trump can blind you to embracing common sense policy. Also, it's logical, not personalities. Our
oh,
emotional triggers.
there's a person. There's a person with a blue heart, a Ukraine flag, and a gay flag in their name, and they're like, I empathize. It's like watching your loved one.
This guy said, like, disowning family members is what cult members do. He's not wrong.
It's like watching. Yeah, it's like watching your one. It's like watching your loved one turn into one of the one, and they're they're okay. They're how can you be a defender of the LGBTQ plus woke follower of?
But you let Paul. Wow, I'm not sure if I'm more floored by your lack of caring slash tone slash pride in saying that, or that you let your politics come between you and the one person you should have your unconditional love. I truly hope this is a joke and being done for clickbait. It's the only way it makes any rational sense. Not then for sure you've never a good mother to begin with, and I never say this to strangers, but in this case it's warranted.
I'm gonna be honest. I'll be honest. For the first time this year, it didn't really feel like Christmas, and I won't. Actually, no, it didn't feel like Christmas last year either. Probably because I'm in New York and it didn't even snow on Christmas. It snowed on
That
Christmas.
and your country is probably full of people that don't. That and let's be real, New York is probably filled with people that don't even celebrate Christmas.
I'm pretty
You
sure.
got small majority of people, but the vast majority probably don't. Again, to a certain extent, it didn't really feel like that Christmas this year either.
I think there's still a
Really.
good amount of people who do. It's just that I don't see them.
Mm.
Feel like Christmas with you either.
They've always been here and always will be because that's how cults work. They'll find another Hitler. What you mean? Someone that fucking stood up to the fucking Jewish elite and told them to go fuck one. Rebuilt a country from fucking tatters. The brink of the brink. You want to know what caused Hitler to rise to power?
Wait, what'd you
It
say?
was the Jewish Wall Street bankers and the European bankers of England and the city of London that took away their loan payments, made it really struggling. It also was partly done because of the French military acting like a bunch of bitch bourgeoisies, freaking harassing them for fucking coal and forcing them to fucking mine coal to pay off their debts. They didn't declare the war against Germany, right? To pay for the war, but Germany didn't even. How is it that? No offense, but how is it that Germany had to suffer in World War One, even though they weren't even one of the main people in it, right? That war was mainly, if we're being truly honest, was Austria-Hungary. Germany had a part in it, but they weren't the main people in it. Wilhelm II wasn't the main guy in it. He was Archduke Franz Ferdinand. It was basically it was Austria-Hungary guy that lost the empire. But he was the guy that basically started World War One, and then the World War Two started after the massive stress they put on that country that broke the people. That and the degenerate behaviour that was coming out of it by the by the socialist movements of the time, where we're allowing freaking transvestites and all that to run the streets. You broke the fucking people of that time back then, right? They were more conservative back then.
Speaking of
And
which,
they gave them more choice. Conservatives and the liberals, they were not doing anything for them. They forced them to vote for another party. They forced them to vote for the Nazi party, the National Party, because that was the only people that would give them a say. Vote a better life.
speaking of which, you ever see trans where you live, Risk?
In the city, there was a story about a trans person, right? I think we've got a local trans counsellor.
What?
Don't ask me. It's not my part of the city. My part of the city is conservative.
Trans.
Part of the territory of the city is conservative. Yeah, he was he or she was complaining outside a comic book store. There's a story about this on the fucking news on the newspapers years ago, right? I only know this because it was fucking spread online on social media, but yeah,
Here's a tweet from someone.
I agree.
Yeah, it's agreeable. Yeah, I see that as yeah, I agree with that.
I think we should focus on training our own. I think we should fucking deport any person, most of the people that do not want to integrate into this country. I think we should prioritize jobs for the actual nation-born citizens, to the whites and the blacks. I think we should prioritize jobs for them because, quite honestly, they're at this point they're both the main citizens. And then after that, we should prioritize the Cubans as well. We need to give people work, right? But I think we need to be fair for everyone, right? Don't think we should be outsourcing our labour. I personally believe that we should be focusing on the natural citizens.
Yeah, I'd say.
I don't think we should. I honestly think America should just invade and conquer Mexico. Take Mexico. Take lands of Mexico. Offer the fucking Mexican people a deal. Ask them if they would like to join America as a state, independent state, as multiple states.
I mean, yeah, there's
or take part of Mexico.
I'll be honest. There's a ton of them in the United States. They might as well be United States citizens at this point.
Mexico at this point may as well be. Mexico at this point, I already view part of Mexico's states. I'm surprised that we haven't just taken Mexico in. Right, taking all Mexico in. Trump seems very, very interested in getting the Panama Canal back. He also wants Greenland. He wants Canada.
Yeah,
I say, why not let him take? Why not take Britain as well? Why not just offer them state membership?
who knows? Maybe
I'd take him over fucking Starmer any day.
Who knows? Maybe he'll consider it later down the line.
I think Britain will come. I think Britain will probably if Raj can't get in. I think if Raj doesn't get in and they do a Starmer does a dictator coup to keep himself in power, I fucking guarantee America will fucking will get involved because let's be real here, we're the second biggest Five Eyes member. If we go down, then shit gets bad for you guys. Do you think the Five Eyes will never allow? I don't think the Five Eyes will allow him to keep him stay in power. Unless it's pre-planned. So what else do you think will happen? He supposedly wanted to leave the World Health Organization day one. So he's in office, he wants to leave the World Health Organization. I think he's going to leave the UN. I think he's going to leave NATO.
Yeah. I think he will leave those.
NATO fucking fall apart if America leaves, right?
Oh yeah.
Does that mean that we get to leave NATO as well? Oh!
Imagine.
What we should do is do big defence pacts for America and Britain. The British Empire is back. Maybe we can stop all this net neutrality bullshit where we can't invade countries. Maybe we can take back some coastline. Maybe we can take back some of Africa. And maybe we can take back half of France. Maybe we can take back Picardy and Lombardy. Maybe we can take back parts of France. I have been saying we need more territory. And France is weak right now. We could take Malta. We could easily take them with a couple ships. We could take Iceland if we really wanted to. How was the deal? We take Iceland. Iceland, you get Greenland. Break Denmark up in two. Then we take Copenhagen. The rest of them. I don't see why. Why do we allow so many tiny nations in Europe to survive? Survival of the fucking fittest. Too many tiny nations.
But the argument they'll bring is the culture, the people.
Fuck your culture.
Oh my gosh.
But risk culture is important.
Fuck your culture.
Oh my.
But can't we bring the culture into another country?
No. We're already losing our culture already. We may as well fucking take what's ours.
Yeah,
we should take back Europe. America and Britain should take most of Europe. We could easily take most. We could easily split Europe between ourselves.
Hmm.
Could easily take France as well, I suspect. And we could probably take Germany. Poland we might struggle with. Again, we've got nukes. Why should we worry about? Again, we could create a secret pact. We could allow China. All the countries that have nukes, right? They could gang up on all these other countries, right? And take them.
Possibly, yeah.
Let China and Russia take Kazakhstan. Let China and Russia take India. Take most of the nations beside them. They can take frickin' Taiwan. Let Japan be taken. South America. There's no what's stopping America from taking all South America.
You say?
What's stopping America from taking all South America?
You know what? That is actually a good question. I have no.
Brazil.
None of those countries have dukes.
I mean, it's technically in America. It's technically set.
Technically, America. There's
Yeah,
nothing stopping you from taking all of America.
it's
And
really,
the funny. You want to know the funny thing, right?
yeah.
America, right? If you guys just let the fucking let the Democrats go on off their own in the fucking 1700s, right? You guys could have taken all of South America. Because these guys, right, the Southerners, right, they had very large interests in taking Mexico. They had very large interest in taking out taking South America. And I think if they got the chance, I think they would have taken most of South America. They might even overthrown Brazil. Taken it. So you could, a couple of years later, you guys could have united, and you could have had like fucking all South America, all of North America as one. Do you think we'll ever see a united South America under Britain?
Yeah. Yet.
Do you think we'll ever see a united North America?
Yet.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Canada will be? You don't think we would absorb Canada?
I mean, Canada could join the United States,
Well,
but
America and Canada were to join the United States. So much land. You'd have a
yes.
buffer zone. You'd have a border, an island next to fucking Europe. You'd have a base that's near impenetrable to fucking attack. Use that as a fucking base. Start moving up a decent portion of our military. We could easily fucking outflank Spain and France. Altogether, we take the north parts of France. We take the northeast off of Norway. We'd have access to the ports of the northeast. Effectively block off the northeast. You've also got to remember these other European countries, they're heavily dependent on our fishing rights, right? In the UK fishing, heavily.
Guys,
Yes.
Yeah.
this up right now, and apparently the highest, like, when it comes to white people in America it's never actually been 100%. It's like been the highest has been like 93%, and that was in 1970. I thought it was always 100. I thought at one point it was 100% white, but it's like it's been in the 90s. Huh.
Yeah, because remember, the Native Americans that was in the continental United States before the Europeans came over in the...
Right. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. Yes, the Native Americans.
Native Americans weren't even American. It wasn't for us. You'd be still being in your fucking yurts and tents.
But they were there in the United States before
The United States didn't exist before then. The United States were a bunch of independent territories, self-governed by Britain.
Yeah, that's true.
Before that, there were a bunch of native tribes.
Exactly.
Weren't
There were
really
native tribes
kingdoms.
before the United States was
Weren't
formed.
really kingdoms. Weren't really civilizations. They were just a bunch of tiny villages at best.
Oh.
And before that, there were just a bunch of fucking men.
There were
And women.
About the fact
There were
that
women too, you know.
yeah
you know the history about South America.
the highest percentage was
Supposedly, South America was discovered well in the time of the Romans. Supposedly, parts of South America, right? There was it had supposedly Julius Caesar's uncle owned I think a mansion or something like that in South America at the time, decades ago. So South America was discovered by Rome. I don't think it was fully conquered. They had a couple cities or something like that under control, but yeah.
lip filler. Lip filler looks awful at 99.99% of.
Supposedly, there's a Christmas taxi cab that was slammed into a Macy's.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like during this conversation, I figured, let me look it up. But yeah, it was pretty interesting though. It went from 80 to the 90s to the 70s to the back to 9. It fluctuated throughout history.
This guy's
Wow.
basically wait. That's disgusting. God, that looks like a third world.
What is it?
Oh, I kind of feel sorry for the Indians.
What happened? What's going on with the Indians?
Put it in the channel. This guy, I don't know if this guy's got a narrative to spin, but a few months
Oh yeah,
ago.
I've
While
seen this video.
is this guy got a narrative to spin against India, or is he
I feel
simply just trying to
I
expose the
know
truth?
I've seen his videos. I think when he visited India, he was giving his honest opinion. He didn't have anything to gain about speaking poorly of India or greatly of India. He was just being honest about what he's seen when he was in India.
Not gonna lie. Would, would you date an Indian girl?
Only, only
Only.
if she was westernized.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, yeah. I think.
She learned English. She has English upbringing, and she has adapted to the English way of life. And maybe
All right. Okay, so if
but
she. Okay,
she
so
wasn't westernized, and no.
it was mostly Western. Obviously, still. I feel like is,
Obviously, still Indian, has her traditions,
but it's
accepts and acknowledges Britain as a nation.
okay. So I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Westernized, like Indians in the United States who
Yeah, they're not bad people. They're hardworking,
yeah
but there's a reason why they moved because they wanted to actually have a successful life.
they acknowledge their traditions, but they're ultimately Westernized.
Would you rather spend eternity in hell or India?
India,
74.9%
Uh,
said India.
oh bugger.
I'm
No,
pretty sure.
75.9% said hell.
What the? Why hell? Like, bro, like, why do people think hell is this like? Really? It's a country, bro. Just I don't know. Be a dictator. Clean it up or something. You don't like India? Come on, India or hell? People actually chose hell over India. I'm going to.
Yes, it's a
Go,
third
Yeah.
world shithole.
I,
Doesn't mean I hate it, but it has a lot of developing to do.
yeah,
Never says they can't be a freaking good society.
I go to India. I'm not going to hell. Dude, at least with India, you can make a bad situation good. Hell, you're just burning.
Oh, Reform is not a political party. Reform is a private company. Reform has only 5 MPs. Reform has girlfriend beating MP. Reform has racist MPs. Reform enjoys killing innocent animals. God, is that how these people think? Would you kill an
That,
animal?
oh no, no,
How
no,
the
Risk.
fuck do
That's just
you
how
think
they
you
see
eat
it.
food? You fucking ninny. I'm guessing she's one of these tofu eating fucking leftists. They stopped using racist because it meant nothing to us. And then they started using Islamophobia. It means nothing to us.
I'll be honest. The Muslims were freaking out on social media about the Christmas thing. Like they were really on that. They do not like.
Cheap cotton in the short term was the most expensive thing for America in the long term, completely incompatible with society. This is a weird video.
I'll be
He's
honest.
got
I don't know
basically just showing a bunch of people stealing, which is just weird.
why. I don't really. I don't know why I still follow Andrew Tate. To be honest with you.
I don't really watch his videos either. I don't really watch him. I think he's got good motivation stuff, but I think he's a good role model for certain kids, and he's telling people to work and work hard and that. But
I think he's a gateway to reality, mostly.
I mean, he has some. I mean, he has some like good takes. He has some. He still has some decent takes, and other stuff is like okay. It's like all right. I'll take it with a grain.
furious civil servants get whopping 30 million of shopping vouchers at taxpayers' expense. The UK's 542 civil servants have received good behaviour bonuses, totaling 40 million, double the amount they were given 2 years ago. Overpaid.
You said over.
Good. Texas is a true state, is a true American state. Breaking Texas has passed a ban banning Islamic Sharia law and anything that contradicts American values.
Wait, hold on. What are they trying to do in Texas with the Sharia law?
They banned it.
Good. Good. Shouldn't have been there anyways.
Yeah, we've got Sharia councils in the UK. That should never be allowed. We should ban them as well. You want to practice your faith, fine, but you're going to have no control over our local councils.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. Could this country ever go back to only not that it will, only black, white country?
It's gonna take quite the
I
time frame.
oh no, not saying it. We're too diverse now, so it's like I'm saying
But even if we do plan to try and bring back what it was decades ago, it's going to take quite a while, and it's also very complicated to begin with.
yeah,
Like, try to go back to that point.
yeah, it's possible. Actually, possible, but it would be extremely hard. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So what else in the news?
So what do you think on this? So you agree that all English migrants moving to Welsh-speaking areas should do the same then, yes?
Well, if people want to go to Wales, they will live in Wales, and people say you should know the Welsh language. I think the least they can do is at least attempt to learn how to speak Welsh.
I love
I like
I
Wales.
love how these guys are saying, "Oh, Welsh is done smoking predominantly." Is that thought? I love how the Scottish are taking the piss. I love how the Scottish are taking the piss out of these people.
Oh, okay.
Nobody your own supporters at Xmas, Nigel. That's what we all say.
I'm not gonna lie.
Is this right? Right? Is this desperate from Kemi Badnock? Manipulating your own supporters at Xmas, Nigel? It's not real. It's fake. Coded to tick up automatically. We've been watching the back end for days and can see they've just changed the code to link a different site. We'll point this out. Farage doesn't understand the digital age. This kind of fakery gets found out pretty quickly. Well, not before many are fooled.
Fooled by what?
The fact that that they didn't overtake him. She's claiming that they didn't overtake the Tories. The Reform didn't overtake the Tories. But offense, but this just makes her look weird.
Well, we can never be too sure, to be honest, because
I mean,
we
can we
don't
never
know
be
if
too sure?
there's
But
figures that are real and figures that are fake. So we can never be too sure what's the real figure and if that's been overtaken.
I too honestly do believe that the Tories are faking their numbers, and I do believe that Labour's faked their numbers. How much members does Labour have right now?
Roughly 200,000. That's just my estimate guess. That's
Do
not
you
an
think it's
exact number.
possible for Reform to overtake them in memberships?
Well, at the rate Reform UK membership numbers are growing, maybe in the next few months they could.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Alright, in 2022, the Labour Party was estimated to have an approximate 432,000 members.
Really?
Yeah.
Women should dress modestly. Women should save themselves for marriage. Women should be quick to listen and slow to speak. Men should do the same.
I believe everyone, slow down.
I noticed two girls talking about church when I was putting something away when I went for my break today. Children talk about that's the local church we go to. They said it was a donation thing for like
Reading something?
Also, I found a statistic on the membership numbers for each political party. So Labour has 432,000. Conservatives, according to Statistica, 172,000, not 168,000. That Reform have said.
a lot of those people left the party, and I think it could be a lot less than that.
Oh yeah, that is true.
I'm not gonna.
Well, with that being said, I think that's possible that the number has dropped down to 168 from 172,000.
I think it's probably less than that. I think there's a lot less of people that are Tory members. I think a lot of people left. I think a lot of people resigned their membership after Kami got elected or got put in charge or instilled.
Do you guys think conservatives, Republicans, are turning into the new liberals? The people that they hate.
Why would they?
I think
I don't know. I see some.
give it a while. I feel like they're going to crack down on gaming.
What'd you say?
I feel like the Republicans are going to crack down on gaming, right? I think there's certain ones that would probably crack down on it, right? I think there'll be a lot of people that'll crack down on gaming, right? On youngsters, right? And the violence in them, but
You think, or you think they're just gonna
the
let it?
reason the US far right hates Indian Americans, CEO of Google, they're all Indian.
Wait, hold on. First it was okay. First it's blacks. Now it's Indians.
No, Republicans have never hated blacks, right? There's a small amount of people, right? But the vast majority, you do realize a lot of Republicans are black, right? And they've been black for decades.
Oh yeah, no.
You do realize the people that fucking you do realize that Party of Lincoln.
Oh wait, are we talking?
Partly
Oh, I
built
thought.
with
I
blacks.
didn't know we. Oh, I didn't know we were talking about Republicans.
The reason the US far right, is effectively Republicans, right? And maybe a small margin of independence, but they say did they put Indians in a CEO position simply just to divert from the fact that everybody's realizing Jews run the fucking world?
I'm
the
not.
CEO of OnlyFans is Indian. CEO of Wayfair, CEO of Flex, Micron, Novartis.
Hold on. I thought the CEO was Jewish. of OnlyFans.
OnlyFans is partly Indian. I wonder if they literally put these Indians in to distract from the fact that Jews run the world. They have Jews be the shareholders, but Indians be the seats.
Huh.
So a little bit, so they're trying to hide the fact that they run the countries.
Now they're trying to.
Well,
Yeah.
people were catching on the fact that Jews run the world.
They couldn't do that when they couldn't
So
do that. They couldn't do that when Kanye West exposed them.
they were.
A little late. A little late. It's like now you're trying.
Would
Now
Margaret Thatcher have stopped the boats?
what'd you say?
Would Margaret Thatcher have stopped the boats, Jamie?
What about Thatcher stopping the boats?
Would she have stopped the boats from ever happening?
Yeah, yeah, she would certainly have done that. I don't think that would be making much of a difference that most people today would hate her. Like, most people hate Margaret Thatcher as is now.
I don't hate Thatcher. I think she was probably one of the best MPs we had, or Conservative leaders we had. Comparing to fucking the shit show we have now, I'd take a fucking Thatcher government, or take someone like her. Why else do you think I'm backing Farage? Basically a Thatcherite politician.
Actually, now that I think about it, now that Indians are CEOs, instead of people saying it's Jews, people are gonna say it's the Indians. Not a, it's kind of.
I'm not going to say they don't, because I think India has built a massive amount of wealth. I do think that they hold a big power grab. I think the Indians have always had a very powerful part in the country, right? I also think Chinese have always had a very powerful part in the world, right? There are certain power players, right, from different countries, right? You've got the British, you've got the French, you've got the Americans. You might have some Italians, and you have the Japan, you have the Asians, and I think you have the Indians.
I like Indians. They're not.
Well, depends. If they're here to fricking be nice and actually try and contribute to this country, or if they're just here for economic benefits. If they're here just for economic benefits, they can fuck right off. If they're here, they actually want to fucking start a life, have children, actually want to contribute to this country, then fine. You have my blessing to fucking stay. Depends on what you are. If you're here just to simply stroke up the grass and fucking waste taxpayers' dollars on you, then fuck off. If you're here to actually fucking work, you're here to actually build a life for yourself, and you're actually here to fucking have children and actually benefit, provide something back to the country that allowed you to come here. Far too many Indians or far too many people in this country that come here legally, right? They contribute fuck all to it. There are some that contribute something to it, and I will give them that. Whether it's a CEO where it's someone from Egypt, whether it's from someone from UAE, where it's someone from America, where it's someone from Canada, there's people from all over. They contribute in some way or form.
You know what? Maybe we should. Maybe we should put in a system where it's like we ask them questions. It's like, what are you going to contribute to this country? Whether if you're a regular citizen, maybe we should ask them questions like that.
What are you going to contribute to this country? Are you going to actually help us build the country? Are you going to build some houses? Are you going to fucking do something like that? Or are you going to simply just take benefits?
Now, I'm not going to lie. It's one thing if you're if you're disabled, then okay, fine. But it's like if you're just going to take benefits and do nothing.
Debating war in Afghanistan, debating knife crime prevention, debating drug laws, debating the living wage, voting to recognise Palestine, debating schooling for Syrian refugees, debating MPs' pay, debating MP expenses. God, these people are loathing. More than 700 migrants crossed the channel illegally over Christmas and Boxing Day. I say, why not fucking use armed force? Why not shoot at them?
I'm not gonna lie, people are on it because they don't see his family at all. He's just working out in a video. He was just working out on a video on Christmas Eve.
Who was?
Andrew Tate. He was doing some. He was working out, and people are now saying no family, no friends, no kids.
He has his fucking child. He has his child. He has children.
Oh yeah.
He has his brother.
Oh yeah, I know that. But
he has his mother that's an aging mother, right? But can't really leave the country because of old age.
Yeah.
And he probably talks to, and let's be real here, he probably talks to her every single day, just off camera.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No.
And maybe he just doesn't want his kids to be on camera because he realizes I don't want to put a target on their back.
Yeah, no, that's why
good. The fuck would I no offense, why would I fucking let my kids be on fucking social media?
Yeah, I'm not.
Why would I put a target on my kids' back? Why would I make them enemy number one effectively? There's
Yeah,
a lot of people that want to fucking kill me. There's a lot of people that want to fucking murder me. There's a lot of people that want to fucking that would want to have steal whatever I have, right?
yeah, that,
As a very wealthy man, right? Why the hell would I make it?
I understand. Yeah, that's true. And okay, there's a tweet that also said,
God,
okay, and after that,
this can't be fucking real, right?
What?
Is this guy pissing the taking the piss, or is he
Who's taking
for
the
real?
what? What is he doing?
hold on, let me just read.
I can't tell. Is this guy taking the piss? Is this guy on fucking drugs? Is this guy effectively playing up for the camera? Is he seriously not know how to fucking open a bottle? Or is he that fucking uncivilized?
I need to look into this.
The guy is struggling to freaking open a bottle of freaking juice.
Hold on, before I get to after what occurred, like with things like LGBTQ people clearly have mental problems and are unfit to be parents.
Oh, fuck.
Well, let me see what you were talking.
Oh, fuck.
What happened, Risk?
Israel army has killed an Indian army brigadier, Amta Jihad. He was deployed on a UN mission to Golan Heights.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. Things will get interesting now.
Wait, they killed an Indian army?
Yeah, they killed an army general, a brigadier. Army brigadier.
Israel.
But let's be real, India will soon issue an apology for him being there.
That's true. Hey, Risk, would you ever live in Israel?
He's killed. This is the second time they've killed an army general. It's like
They want to start. It's like they want to start a war with
They do.
Well, why?
They say Hitler's a bad guy, right? He's not the one invading countries.
That's true. I mean, well, Hitler's.
Like, you say, Hitler's the bad guy, yet you're initially trying to start wars that are unnecessary. You're wanting to go after Lebanon. You're wanting to go after Syria. You're wanting to go and invade Iran. Next, should we tell me you want to invade Iraq?
Next thing they want to invade is Belgium or even the U.S.
Why do they need to invade the US? They don't have to fire a single fucking bullet. They have your fucking people on lock and key. And that's not a joke. You'd be surprised. APAC lobbies that much money. They effectively control your government.
Yeah, I know.
It's sad. And they control mine as well. Ours. Well,
who don't they control?
China and Russia.
That's true.
And maybe North Korea.
True that.
I don't think they used to control Russia, but ever since Putin came into power, he fucking cut ties with them. Basically, and he expelled the Rothschilds from Russia and took away their banking licenses in Russia and kicked the Jews out of Russia. And I think China still has a mutual financial relationship with them, but China has no fucking respect for these people. Well, they view it as a fucking financial ties to make money. Britain's economy policy is a failure. This means Labour will raise taxes again, leading to more failure.
What?
No.
If they're going to introduce new tax, what are they going to use the money from that tax for?
Nothing good.
And then what? What happens next after that?
Hopefully we can fucking get rid of them. Do you think it's a point where we can get rid of Labour completely? Or make them so oblivious that they're never going to be in power for a long, long time?
Not unless there's a reason that everyone is infuriating that they furiously want Labour out of existence.
Do you think
That's
it's
as far
possible
you'll
they can
go.
make it to the point where they're not going to be elected for a long, long time?
Possibly. It's
Do you think
possible.
reform is that? Do you think?
I won't say they're not. I'm not saying they're not the solution, but also saying that for reform to get into government, it's going to take a reform into the electoral system in the UK.
When white people say they only want to be around white people, they are considered racist. However, the second a black, brown, or Indian person has money, they only want to live around white people. Everybody with a choice wants a white-only experience. This is objectively true. Thrive with diversity. Success and growth come from learning from different.
You okay?
Yeah, does this sound like a leftist? Communities thrive with diversity. Success and growth come from learning from different perspectives and experiences, not isolation. What perspective, lol? Turns out your society based on nice sounding bumper stickers, slogans, and platitudes is a little too shallow to be taken seriously anymore. To how abysmally multiculturalism has failed everywhere. So what else is there?
Let's just see. I've worked for the bourgeoisie.
Multicultural.
Russian air defense system downed Azerbaijan Airlines plane in deadly crash.
Is this good or bad?
Well, we're about to find out. An Azerbaijan Airlines flight crashed in Kazakhstan, killing 38 people after being downed by a Russian air defense system, according to 4 sources in Azerbaijan with
Well, this
knowledge of the investigation.
Azerbaijan's part of NATO, right?
No, they're not.
What's their situation with Russia? Are they friends, allies?
Well, we're to look into it more. The Embraer passenger jet deviated from its route and crashed near Turkmenistan while diverting from an area where Russia has used air defense system against drones. Officials from Russia, Azerbaijan, and Kazakhstan have called for investigations into the crash, which happened after the plane's emergency may have been caused by a bird strike.
Yep.
Speaking of, gonna be a lot of. I heard that there was gonna be like a lot of There was gonna be like more drones in the next like 5 years, I believe, watching over us. I think that's something that RFK said. I think it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years since then, I believe, or I don't really know. But the point is, it's like I heard that like there's gonna be it's gonna be something from Bill Gates. Our every move.
Yeah.
Isn't Bill Gates our hero?
No.
No,
But he's
he is not the answer.
just doing everything for our good, for our own good.
No, he's not. He's
Come
doing
on,
it for his own
Eric.
bank
You,
account.
you know this.
Yeah.
Come on,
Partly
Eric.
serious. I think he seriously wants Canada to join America.
Look, at this point, I mean, they're English speaking, so look, let's just let them join. And besides,
Why not create a new English-speaking United country? Why not create a new United? Merry Christmas to all, including to the wonderful soldiers of China who are lovingly but illegally operating the Panama Canal, where we lost 38,000 people in its building 110 years ago, always making certain that the United States puts its billions of dollars in repair money, but will have absolutely nothing to say about anything. Also to Governor Justin Trudeau of Canada, whose citizens' taxes are far too high, but if Canada were to become our 51st state, their taxes would be cut by more than 60% of their business. 60%. Their businesses would immediately double in size, and they would be militarily protected like no other country anywhere in the world. Likewise to the people of Greenland, which is needed to be the United States for national security purposes. And who wants the US to be there? And we will. Donald Trump, Truth Social. What do you take on this? Is he being serious, or is he?
I feel like it's a test to see who's in, who's out,
I'm
who
in.
is.
I say, why not? Why not take over Panama? Why not integrate Panama into actual America? If we're taking Mexico, why not take part of Canada? Why not take Canada and why not annex all of Mexico? Why not make Mexico an entire state? Why hasn't the US tried to make Panama a part of the state?
Joe Biden, Kamala, Barack Obama, and probably any other president, beforehand that didn't have any interest in making Panama a part of the United States.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Or W. Bush. Oh, wait, Tate? What happened with...
Said this is the chat.
All right, Cobra.
What's the chat?
Invade Canada, invade all of Western Europe, rule it as king, director for life. Dictator for life. I was Trump dictator for life. He's old.
Would it? Well, it can't be any worse than fucking Biden. I personally think there'll be a couple big empires.
You think Barry will become president when we're all 50?
Someday.
Yeah, I think. So what else in the news?
What?
So what else is in the news?
I'll see.
Let's
Microsoft
see.
and OpenAI have a financial definition of AGI.
Artificial general intelligence.
Yes.
Bro, what is
That's not good. That's not good. We need to get rid of that.
it's never going to get.
AGI is not a good thing.
Because, remember, general is the key word. It's not like artificial intelligence where something is generated. It takes a broad, massive, wide spectrum to come up with the answer than just regular AI would.
Should the UK, should Europe combine as one country? Apart from you, should Europe be its own country?
Are people real?
No,
Is this
I don't think Europe should be its own country because
M woman really saying that Jesus wasn't a he was? If I were to debate that, I'd have. Well, I clearly know that, but I'd have to come. Some people.
Is this a good quote? None of our leaders are punished for lying. Instead, regular people are punished for telling the truth. Tucker Carlson. For the next pandemic, we'll have gigantic marina factories in India.
Also, speaking of the next lockdown, 2025 predictions. I feel they could happen at some point, especially the new pandemic, because, well, I called it months ago, and
I already
I'm
knew there was going to
certain
be
when
another
we
one.
least expect it, it's gonna happen.
They'll use it as an excuse to get frickin' Trump out. I don't think they're going to try it any time when Trump's elected.
Oh, I think they will.
They
Oh,
I
they
don't think they
certainly
will.
Yeah, they will.
I'll be
They
honest.
won't.
Do you guys think that Trump is gonna like be in for the full 4 years, or is he gonna be cut short again?
They're not going to have enough power to impeach him.
If I had to make a prediction, I would say that they would try to impeach him the third year. They'll try to.
No, they'll fucking try and impeach him, but they won't stand a fucking chance. I personally think they'll repeal the fucking Second Amendment. I think they'll fucking make him dictator for life.
Well, until he dies, he is
And
70.
then he passes it. I think America will become a kingdom, become an empire. I think America will become an empire. I think it will become a kingdom.
I mean, if the Trumps are,
I think Trump will play. I think Trump will pass on. I think when Trump dies, it will pass on to it. I think it will become a kingdom. I think when Trump passes away, he'll bequeath the throne to his son, one of his sons. His son will bequeath it to his son, and then so on and so on and so on.
I don't know.
I think
And so
America is
forth.
going down on the
And
time
vice
of
versa.
monarchy.
Then I would really have to kind of give into the idea that one of them is the Antichrist.
How?
I don't know, bro. It's like rule over by the Trumps. Really?
The Trump family will be the Trump family will be like the Windsors of America. Don't you think it's kind of poetic in certain extents, right? A businessman rose to the rank of Emperor of America.
Compromise.
We all know. Don't you think it's a little hilarious how much all you guys said, "Oh, we hate monarchy."
I didn't say
Don't you
that.
think it's hilarious the fact you guys hate monarchy, right? Yet there's a lot of people in America that would love a monarchy.
I know.
Specifically, Southerners. Do I think there'll be some states that will probably rebel and leave?
Yeah.
Possibly. They might secede. They might attempt to secede, but I honestly do believe that the new American empire will probably crush them. Or if they do leave, they'll be merged with Canada.
Yeah. That's gonna have. And I don't know if all the ruling over America, probably just be a new rise of worshippers beyond Donald Trump.
I think America at some point.
I say Trump because there are people. I believe the only time people pray to God is when it's like people really love this man Trump in a weird way. It's one thing to be a fan of it. It's one thing to be a fan of the guy, but it's like really.
What replaces the U.S. empire? A monarchy?
A new republic? France did that many times. And they could do it again if they want to.
Actually, who would take over if Trump died? Eric Trump? Donald Trump?
Donald Trump Jr.?
Yeah, I was gonna say Donald Trump. His wife, Melinda or Melinda, whatever her. Melania Trump.
I don't think Melania would want to get into that.
Honestly, you're probably right.
This guy says, I'm actually starting to believe since 2020 Trump's Space Force was through plan for the final end game. Donald Trump is the Antichrist and Elon Musk is a false prophet. Get ready to meet our God, King Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there have been people who've been saying that Trump is the Antichrist. I would have to see more to fully give into that, but I'm willing to investigate it. I'd have to see more.
Donald Trump gushed about Prince William after a meeting in Paris over the weekend and said he had a great talk with the future king. He's a good-looking guy. He looks really very handsome. Some people look better in person. He looked great. He looked really nice. I told him that he had it. I just great talk with Princess. It's very hard. He loves his father and he loves his wife. So it's so sad. Trump said, "We have a great talk for half an hour, a little more than half an hour. We had great talk." He added. This just died. That he secretly. I wonder if in this country Donald Trump will never be king. What he may be is looked up, locked up for the rest of his life.
He's not going to get locked up. Let's be honest. He's not going to. A king, they will probably want to make him a king.
Do you think they'll allow? Do you think it'll be allowed?
No, I don't think the Constitution would allow it.
Yeah, not. And if it is allowed, it probably definitely will be when he's long and gone. But yeah, not.
That's when a new
Do
republic
you
will
think the Trump
arise.
family will become a dynasty like the Windsors?
Probably.
I think he will. No, I don't know. I just have the feeling he's going to be a new king, a new monarch. I think there'll be a new monarchy born, the American monarchy. Canada's always done well under a monarchy. It benefited under Britain. It's time Canada becomes to America and they form a new empire, the North American Empire.
I will say that. I will say this. A king. A king. People really are looking for guidance in
They
everything.
really are. They really are.
Yeah, people really are looking for guidance.
Donald Trump appears as emperor on Italian float.
What? He appears as emperor on an Italian float. It's almost kind of weird how. It's almost kind of weird with the support with. Not weird, but just cultish with the support with Trump. But you can say that about anything.
Chinese President Xi Jinping rejects President Trump's invitation to his inauguration.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Why do you think he rejected it?
Why do you think who rejected him?
So you said the president of China. You said rejected.
I think he rejected Trump's invitation to his inauguration.
Any reason why he would have rejected it?
Well, it wasn't the right seat.
Let me.
But President Argentina would go to the inauguration.
Is Farage attending?
You should.
I think.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
If Farage is attending, do you think Storm will be allowed to attend?
He could, but I don't think he would want to. Perhaps.
I think Maloney's attending.
What lords?
This will just be with Trump's inauguration. This just allows Trump to This allows Farage to get to know all the other world leaders.
Speaking of Trump, will be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders. When you said in I would assume twins with a skin condition, did you think that they were wearing blackface or what was happening there?
What are you saying?
Because you saw an ad on YouTube where these two twins.
Oh yeah, the black guys with vitiligo.
Yeah, vitiligo. Did you think they're wearing blackface or whiteface?
Who knows?
Oh wow.
Okay, so what else is there?
ChatGPT has gone down the day after Christmas.
He went down?
Yeah.
Huh.
On the day after Christmas, ChatGPT stopped working for many OpenAI flagship chatbot experienced major outages around PM East Coast time on Thursday.
Oh wow. Huh. What do you think that is?
According to Down Detector, tons of users reported that the site wasn't working for them in the early afternoon through the reports started receding after half an hour or so.
That's a bit odd though. Why would that go down the day after Christmas?
Yeah. I don't see what is to be gained from that.
They don't see it. I really don't see it either, but I really thought something would be. Who knows? Maybe they had their reasons. Maybe they were taking the day off or the day off and
Yeah, it could be that, because, well, gotta spend time with the family.
yeah, and plus I really see no other. I mean,
It's not like they have anything to hide.
yeah. I mean, they're a really wholesome company. What would they have to hide?
How is this acceptable?
What is?
These fucking activists are trying to attack in a military facility, a drone factory.
A drone factory?
Drone factory?
Supposedly, they're bashing walls.
What kind of drone factory is it?
Military, presuming.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Palestinian Action Group.
Yep. So, the dots are connecting now. Look, protesting isn't going to fix all the world's problems. It could bring attention to them, but it's not going to fix the problems. It's got to take action to actually do something about it.
Yeah, get the news involved, do something, man. It's like protesting isn't really going to do anything unless you take extreme measures.
And if you do take extreme measures, you've just got to get attention for all the wrong reasons.
Oh no, not dangerous extreme measures. Just extreme measures that'll get attention to yourself, in a good way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh yeah,
Oh boy.
yeah. Like, yeah. If you take those types of extreme measures, yeah, of course you're gonna. Of course, everything's gonna go wrong.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
think
be
Trump
asking for
seriously
trouble.
posts on X a lot anymore.
Wait, would
I
you?
don't think he posts on X. I don't think he fully trusts it.
Who?
Trump,
I mean, would you?
no. After what they did to him, I don't. He posts now and again, but I think he more uses.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, he made Elon. Isn't Elon Musk like part of like a Doge for the United States of America?
Yes,
Yeah, he's appointed to be part of the Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah. So I think he trusts Elon though.
he trusts Elon to a extent, but he's not. He's not going to. He's not going to use his platform too much. He's not going to fully commit to it because he's scared. He's probably concerned that they'll use it as an excuse. He's scared that what he posts on there might be used against him. But he trusts truth because what's his own platform? He owns it.
Well, I don't blame him. I would trust my own platform too to spread the truth instead of getting my stuff mixed up on Twitter.
Nigel Farage says he will gladly invite one of the big four firms into Audit Reform UK's membership if she does the same. Kimmy says, I don't understand the digital age. I have 5.4 million followers and she has 320. You stand you're bitter and upset. And now we are now the second biggest party in British politics. That the Conservative brand is dying under your leadership. Nigel Farage has a follower count of 4 million, right? Followers, right?
Yeah, right.
Seems like, yeah.
130k, right? That's 130k paying members, right?
Why people hate interracial relationships?
Because they kill black, they kill race.
Yeah, no, I saw like a title with that video, and I'm like, I'll watch that later.
Not to mention, it causes problems. It causes intellectual problems as well. Makes children dumber. That's why they're promoting it.
Come on, I don't think mixed children are dumber. Come on now.
Mixing children with certain different races that have evolved differently, it can to a certain extent.
I mean, but what?
Why else do you think they'd be put? Let's be real here. They want children to be dumber. They want the country to be dumber, right? People to be dumber, right? Why the hell do you think they're pushing it so much? Partly because they want the ethnic extinction of our race, right? But also, reason it must have something to do with intelligence as well.
But I'll be honest.
Why else do you think the Jews never mix their blood with anybody?
But I'm not gonna lie.
They marry between Jews.
But I'm not gonna lie though. I see like white people concerned. Shouldn't black people be concerned then too? I mean, I don't see really black people concerned.
Yes. To a certain extent, it is good. It's good to mix the gene pool over a certain amount of time, right, with different people, right? But it is not wise to go outside your own race unless you want to make your kid an outsider to a certain extent. Because if he grows up like let's say this right, like let's say he's Indian, your kid's an Indian, right? His parents are Indian, he's English, right? To a certain extent, he will be viewed as an outsider, just like the Africans. If the Americans that live here, right, and they were to go back, if they were to go back to Africa, right, they would look completely different. You would not be able to. They would have different cultures, different ways of upbringing. Like the different cultures of an English person and the different cultures of an Indian, right? They're similar to a certain extent because Britain colonized India for a certain amount of time, right? But there'll be different characteristics and different ways of life, and
I really
people won't be able to tell. He'll be questioning himself. The kid will be questioning himself: Am I Indian or am I British?
Mm.
That's the same. That's the same conundrum you have when you're when you move. Let's say your family's Pakistani, right? Let's say you're a second generation Pakistani, British Pakistani person. So let's say, are you British or are you Pakistani? You were brought up in Britain. You were brought up. Let's say you were brought up in fucking Luton, right? You lived here all your life, right? Are you British? Are you British or are you Pakistani? Your parents lived in Pakistan. They had a different culture, a different way of being brought up than you, right? But all you know is you're a boy, you're a kid, but were growing up in Luton. You married an English or a Scottish girl. You got married. You had kids. Are you a Pakistani or are you British? Because you were born in Luton. Your parents might be Pakistani, right? But you have no real formal connection to their homeland, ancestral homeland, because you were born in Luton. You're English, You were brought up English. You were taught to speak English. You grew up celebrating the English culture. You had some type of intermingles with your family's religion traditions, right? But majority, you embrace Britain. You are British.
I really don't think anyone should.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I mean,
That's a conundrum. But I think it's probably even a conundrum for Americans, right? You were born. Let's say after the American Revolution, right? Let's say I was born in Britain, right? But I decided to move to America after the American Revolution. I became American. I celebrate the same tradition same traditions that British people do. But am I an Englishman or am I an American? I celebrate the same traditions. I eat the same food as them do. I work the same job as what I did there. I embraced the American lifestyle, but yeah.
I would say pretty much if you're getting hung up on that, bro, then you're just. I mean,
Yes.
it's just a waste.
Yeah, divided. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's like it doesn't really matter if you're. It doesn't really matter if you're
It
mixed.
really doesn't matter either, to be
It's like,
honest.
even if you weren't mixed, like you could get easily hung up on that. It's like okay, like for
You're
instance,
not gonna get hung up on. They're not gonna get hung up on that. But it's
like,
just like the point. Like you're gonna be. The people are gonna question. You'll be an outsider to the vast majority of people.
and wouldn't that make me an outsider then? I mean, I know I was born in America, but I'm technically.
No, you weren't born. You've been here long enough to the thingy.
Hmm.
You've probably you've integrated the culture. I'm talking about people that are the third or second generation,
Ah, okay, got you.
and that you've been long integrated. Like blacks are long integrated into America. There's nothing changing that, but yeah, it's hard to tell when you become a first, especially with different cultures, right?
I would say like
And you embrace Christianity. Most blacks embrace Christianity, right? I don't even want to think. I don't even want to think of the interesting stories that will come from Muslims from that celebrating the cultures, right? Did you see the posts on that Mo Salah picture? Right, they were
Yeah.
complaining. These people were religious zealots.
I,
Why are you celebrating this? Like, fuck, dude. He's celebrating with his fucking 2 daughters and his lovely wife.
yeah.
Get a grip, you fucking homo. Freaking psychos. You question, right? And you question, how can we live with these types of people?
No, that was funny.
They're never going to integrate. Those types of people will never integrate into our society.
Yeah, they won't.
They're the problem.
Yeah.
Just let people live their lives.
Yeah,
Exactly. These people were complaining, why this guy's going to go to hell? This is between him and Allah. Dude, you can be a Muslim and celebrate other traditions.
I mean, like, bro, yeah, his family looked amazing, bro. If he wants to celebrate Christmas, let him. Who cares?
Yeah.
They complain. He supposedly does this every year, and they complain. Just proves how much of zealous. Yeah, they don't realize if they were to play, if their Lord Allah would probably be displeased with freaking football. Yet a lot of Muslims seem to love football. Don't expect.
Yeah, I really saw nothing wrong with the photo. I mean, they look.
I read parts of the Quran, right? I just think it's a deprived religion. I personally believe it's the book of the Antichrist, but I also believe that parts of the Bible is probably part of the Antichrist as well.
I mean, it goes against the Antichrist, though.
Goes to a certain extent, yes, but he did say, beware of fake Jews. People pretend to be Jews, but are not Jews. And what he's meaning by that are the Zionists, the people of Israel. People of Israel are not Israels. It's not Israelites. They are the son of. They are what was.
Children of the devil.
I think weren't the children of Baal.
Child of children of the devil.
Baal, and others.
Or something like that. But anyways, yeah. It's like about the Christmas thing. Yeah, it's not really that big of a deal.
Not really. I complain about it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like it's not your life. Shoot, if he.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if he, whatever. I can't do anything. Plus.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, right. I was saying earlier. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier before. If I think when it comes to your race, you should obviously feel proud to be that, but ultimately it should be your whole identity.
Mars will be called the New World, just as America's past century.
Or is that it?
Yeah,
Yep.
yes, it is.